Hey! Here at the Motion Mill, I'm going to show you some basic keyframe tips for smoother animations, like these glowing orbs here. In comparison, here's the orbs without adjusted keyframes. Is that one even moving? Let's assume you already have an object with two different keyframes. If you select them both and right-click, mouse over Keyframe Assistant and then click Easy Ease. You could also just hit F9 on your keyboard to do this instead. Now the object will ease in and out of the animation, making it more smooth. But we could take this a step further. With a keyframe selected, click on this icon above your layers. This will turn your timeline into a graph based on whatever layer you have selected. Click on this box and select Edit Speed Graph. This represents the speed of your animation. If you drag these handles to make the curve more narrow, you'll have a much snappier and more exaggerated movement. Having the curve more towards the left or right will change when the animation is at its fastest. Another graph to adjust the keyframes is the value graph, found the same way we found the speed graph. This represents the position of your object in the animation. There's no handles like the speed graph, at least not until you click this button called Separate Dimensions. Keep in mind this separates X and Y into different keyframes, but we're only editing the X-axis in this case anyway. Now you could adjust the position between keyframes without having to create more. If you set the line beyond the keyframe, the object will go slightly ahead of the destination before turning back to the intended position. But if you want to add keyframes, you can by selecting the pen tool and then clicking on the area between the keyframes. This can make your animation even more precise. Another way to adjust the movement between two keyframes is with the Convert Vertex tool, which is found if you click and hold on the pen tool. With this and your layer selected, you could click and drag on points in an animation and adjust its path to the destination. By dragging these handles down on the start and end of the animation and adjusting the speed graph like so, I was able to make this swinging animation here. Do you want even more control over your movement? Make the path yourself. Create a new layer, whether it be a solid, adjustment layer, null, and so on. I prefer a null object for this. Use the pen tool with the layer selected to create a path in your composition window. When you're done, select the mask path after opening the layer in its mask. Copy it either by clicking Edit, Copy, or pressing Ctrl and C on your keyboard. Next, select the object you want to move and open its position. Paste the mask here with Edit, Paste, or Ctrl V. Now the object will move on this path. Try experimenting with paths and the graphs to see what animations you can make without having to make so many keyframes. And don't forget to hit this box on your layers to enable motion blur. If you found this video helpful, let me know and be on the lookout for more here in the Motion Mill.